Welcome. Yes, okay, welcome back to The Legend of Vox Machina. This is episode 12, The Darkness Within. Last time, we killed the Briarwoods. Officially, they're dead. Everyone is off the list, except for Cassandra. Cassandra's still on the list, and Ripley. Right? I'm pretty sure Cassandra's name did not get wiped off the list, which is interesting. But we have this mysterious orb now that has appeared, just this spinning. I don't remember how they deal with it. Oh, I keep forgetting. Keyleth's dead. Dying. She's dying. She's still alive. They confirmed in the show. And Pike just disappeared at the Morse time. So let's get into this episode and see what happens.
Keyleth.
Oh, she's not dead yet? Delilah, that is. Oh,
Keyleth.
is there necrosis? What's that?
It's not working.
Well,
We're losing her.
The Whispered One did not return.
The fuck are you talking about? Keyleth is still breathing.
yeah.
Something's not right. Let me try, Scale his hand! The elixir? My spell? That thing must be blocking all magic.
Oh. That's why Pike disappeared too. Okay, that makes sense. Craven Edge. Oh, Lord Grog.
Elixir.
Oh my God.
I need it. Hurry!
We're out.
There's no more.
What? What is this opening? Oh my God. See, this is the part where
So sorry.
the show has to deviate from the campaign. Because like, Scanlan knows healing word. He can fucking heal her. Oh, do her little poultice shit that she did for Cassandra.
Work.
I had a feeling it was going to call back to her healing because we'd seen
You
that.
controlled me for years.
Makes sense. Okay, die
You
then.
denied me,
Girl, shut up.
abandoned me.
I'll gladly send you to him.
Oh,
No.
shit.
Your pain will linger.
What was that?
I'll shatter your...
Oh, okay. Percy, taking this a little far. Hey, why don't you just lower the...
Oh.
Something clouding his soul. I thought she meant he was just depressed.
Something has possession of you.
Please, Scanlan.
And we are better for it.
Wait, what? It's a demon. Look. Darling, take off the mask. It's all right. Do it!
Now,
Elsie,
what
you
the
can't.
hell?
I don't know what else to do.
Get the gun out of his hands. What the hell?
No, do not like.
Get the gun.
Sister!
Don't hurt him.
Please.
She belongs to me.
Honest. Listen. I'm not trying to metagame here, but get the gun out because then he can't hurt people. Like,
You... I'll kill you all. Ghost.
oh. It's an interesting nightmare sequence.
So we just wait for
How many bullets does he get? Jesus Christ.
He has to reload eventually,
Right.
right?
Or doesn't. He doesn't because it's magic bullets, maybe.
Listen to us. You must
Gee.
fight this.
Fucking cloud of smoke.
Yes.
Welcoming my help. Welcoming the rage that fueled you to create it.
This is so cool. Like visually, I love this. What's going on here?
Struck a bargain.
Cassandra.
I'm here for you. We all are.
Well. No, not like this.
And you'll pay.
God damn it. Okay. Okay. Like, somebody else killed Delilah? I don't know what else we can do right now. He does not.
I won't let you.
Ooh, what?
At least he saw the sunlight one last time.
Ooh,
I knew we saved the wrong Dorolo. Flow with the blood of...
Okay, I was waiting for somebody to do that. Just curious about who it was gonna be. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah.
I don't think so, buddy.
Regardless of its origin, it can still prove to be an effective weapon.
What? Yeah, maybe you're... Nah.
No! You know how much that cost? How bloody long it will take me to make another... Well, I'll be damned.
Thank you, Scanlan. All of you.
I was waiting for that. That was good. You saved Whitestone. I could be a background
What do we
character.
do?
Sure.
Just
Oh, hello, handsome.
I.
Short halt, rebel leader. Yeah, you've probably heard of me. Anyway, I...
Oh.
Oh, hello, Mr. Giant.
Ah.
I see you.
Ah.
We live as long as Whitestone lives. Help me ensure it lives forever.
Oh, here we go again.
Yeah,
These two.
I meant what I said yesterday.
we have responsibilities to the realm, to my Aramente. I just can't.
Walk away.
Boop, boop, boop. And then Vex is
QBN.
proven right.
Did any of you see a woman named Ripley flee from the palace?
What about that thing at the top of the zipper
Well-
twat? The,
Oh yeah, the
spinning of
orb.
death?
From what you told me, it must be connected to something beyond the veil.
Well,
Hopefully, it's not dangerous.
So, you sticking around a while or what? I could get used to being a hero.
We need to report to him on before Uriel's men find us and
I
drag
don't
us
remember if
back.
they ever solved that or not.
In.
Ow, Jesus. We just were in a fight, Vex. That was a big ass punch. He doesn't get it fixed, he just puts some metal on it. That's interesting. What about Pike?
I hate doors.
I got you,
Oh, there
buddy.
she is.
I can't really breathe, so...
Well, I know where this is going. We're gonna speed run right to there, okay?
In recent weeks, Taldore has been beset by evil, wearing the faces of monsters and men. My weakness put the realm in jeopardy,
Not this random
but never
family show.
again. And so
Well,
with humility, I
he's stepping
hereby
down?
renounce the throne and
What?
cede the government to the Council of Taldore.
What?
We will be
Yep,
adding a
this is
few
what I was waiting for.
You're right.
Specifically, pillars of the community who have held up.
I'm trying to remember the colors. I know there's red and green. They really just cliffhanger ending it. I don't know. Like, if I knew that the next season was like coming out, you know, in a year or whatever, fine. But I don't think they even have a release date yet. So I kind of would have written it more of just Vex has a headache and we can infer what that means. But I mean, this is definitely a. I think the problem is this show is made. It's made for critters, but it's also made to appease the general audience, because they do have to rewrite some of the scenes. They have to rewrite some of the way the plots go, so that it makes more sense just from a, you know, anyone can watch it kind of thing. Like, I think the whole Percy is corrupted, we have to stop him, that scene took way too long. Not it took way too long. I mean, I didn't have a problem with it this episode, but I was definitely thinking in the back of my mind, this feels like something that probably happened in game very quickly, rather than the way that they drew it out here, like it was a big fight scene and shit. Like, I don't know. I remember Scanlan throwing the gun away, but I don't remember there being like a big climactic "this is a battle" thing. Maybe it did happen, because I do kind of remember that Matt saying you don't have to reload, because they mentioned that it doesn't have to reload sometimes here in the show. And then for some reason I remember Matt saying don't worry about reloading right now. So maybe it did happen in the campaign, but anyways, it just felt drawn out there. And I feel like this is one of the cases where the show has to have a sort of its own canon and its own, way of writing stuff to happen, because it's a show and we just need this plot to progress in a certain way. I did appreciate about that, though, the whole like nightmare sequence that Percy was going through. Not that stuff not the stuff in the real time happening, like when he would be shooting at the party, but when it would transition into his sort of nightmare dream realm, especially the part where he was learning about where it came from and how he was the one who built it. I think that part in particular was really well animated and sequenced. I don't know the correct terms for a lot of shit, so I'm sorry if I'm not saying it correctly, but just like the way that the slideshow presentation of it, I loved how they did that. Anyways, Keyleth just kind of came back alive. I get, I was thinking that they were gonna bring back her healing spell. I was not upset by that returning, that callback there, but the way that she was just like, they did it, and then they were doing it with Percy, and then all of a sudden she's like, I'm alive still, I'm gonna give some plot. Like, did not really care for that part. I think Delilah dying by Cassandra was very fitting. I didn't have a problem with that. Again, the acid stuff was hilarious. That was such a great reveal there. Vax and Keyleth not being together is probably the best thing this episode. Stop. I'm sorry. No, like when I was watching that scene, all I was thinking was there's so much good stuff to come. When she mentions her Aramente, I'm really hoping that we are going to see at least snippets of it, like an episode here, an episode there, because it's obviously not like a full arc necessarily. It's a side plot going on. Unfortunately, it's her main arc, but it's also, in the terms of the whole story of Vox Machina, it's a side plot going on. Whereas the Whitestone arc, Percy's arc is an arc for the show. Same with Grog. Grog doesn't really have an arc. He has an episode here and there. I think Vax has an overarching plot. So that was the other thing I was thinking of, was I'm excited for when we get to visit the Aramente, or the Ashari, and deal with the Aramente that Keyleth's got going on. I think that'll be really fun to see episodes of her like taking the lead there. But I was also thinking of Vax and his journey, how they're gonna do all that. Like I said, Vax is my favorite character, so I'm just excited for where it's gonna go with that. And I don't know. Like, sometimes I don't know what to say, because I don't want to offend people and call out people, but I do want to talk about just Vax and Vex and Laura and Liam in particular. I think, honestly, they have the best voices in the show. Like, I feel like they bring the most to their characters. I'm not saying that anyone else is not talented. I think Travis does a great job of portraying Grog, and Grog is not meant to be a very complex character. So he does a good job of bringing that to life. And, there is an intricacy to the way that Travis can hit those notes that Grog does. I could not do that. So I'm not saying he's not talented. All I'm saying is I think that Liam and Laura bring the most emotional weight to the show through their characters. And I think, who was I going to mention? Taliesin. Taliesin does a pretty good job too. After seeing his whole, like I said, we've had this whole thing now. I think he really does transform into Percy. Like, I see Percy when I'm hearing that. I don't see who Taliesin is. I know what Taliesin looks like, and like he obviously transforms himself a lot too. But I see Percy when I'm hearing it. So I think that he does a great job as well. It'll be interesting to see the difference in like the next season when Percy is clean now, and he's like not weighed down by all this emotional trauma. To hear that difference in the voice, because I think there's going to be a lot of fun creativity they can play with there. I'm excited for that. But yeah, I mentioned before, Vex is just so good with Percy, so I can't wait for more of those seasons as well. But I just, there's so much good stuff coming up, and just the way that I've heard Laura and Liam play their characters this season, I'm excited for like those emotional moments to hit later on, because they're doing great with like not even the focus on them. Imagine when it's actually their plot lines going on. That's gonna be so good. That's pretty much it. Oh yeah, the last thing was, I always say that's pretty much it, and then I think of something else. So with Pike, I wish they had written her back onto the show a bit better, but I also know that she's probably gonna get written out of the show again later on in seasons, because that's just the nature of her character. So I'm interested to see how what do they do with her as a character? Do they just kind of include her throughout the rest of the show now and make up that she has always been there? Because I think it's one thing to have her little side quest thing where she's absent and then reappear one time in a show, but the way that the campaign does it, you can't do that all the time in a serialized TV show like this. It'll get boring very quick, repetitive very quick rather, because what other excuses can you make besides Ashley couldn't be here for this, so she's not going to be here in the show? It wouldn't really make sense. From what we've seen of Pike so far, it wouldn't make sense for her to run away again, because she's solved her crisis of faith, her crisis of conscience, whatever. So what else does she have to do that she can't do with the group? What is more important what is more important than these dragons coming? So like, like I said, if they do write her off again, I'd be very interested. It's going to be a very hard sell for why she has to be away again. And it kind of goes, I'm not being cohesive, I'm sorry, and I'm not being concise and straightforward with what I'm trying to say. If she remains on the show, like she never leaves the party, they never split the party again, she's a powerhouse, so they had to deal with that fact. Like every time we've seen her, she is just so strong, even astral form, but it's been specifically astral form, so who knows? But I mean, I think the point is that she has rekindled her faith and all that shit, so she's like a full cleric now. So if she stays in the show, they have to somehow nerf her power, because she is like the problem solver, to be honest. Like she could decimate anything based on her power level in the show. If they keep her in the group, don't split the party, then they have to make things for her to do, because right now she's very much a background character, and it was excusable because she would show up when she shows up, and that's all she had to do. But if she stays with the group, then we have to find stuff for her to say, find stuff for her to do within the events of the show. If they write her off, split the party when campaign Ashley was gone, it's going to get really repetitive. It's going to be truthful to what happened, but it's going to, I don't know, it'll feel wrong, I think, to like see a character that is supposed to be part of the main group but also is not a main cast member. So I kind of leaning towards just keep her on the show, and we gotta work through the hurdles there. But yeah, I'm just curious to see. I've talked long enough about Pike, but that's just what I'm thinking about right now, is like, what do they do with her? And it'll be interesting to see what they decide to do with her. I loved that Uriel just brings out his family for no reason. They just literally just like, here's my family. I am stepping down. Okay, did not need to see that, but whatever. Craven Edge, it'll be cool to see that. There's like a lot of side plots that they've introduced, and so I'm very excited to see how they go about that next season, because this season was very much focused on like, hey, here's one major plot we've got going on, let's do it. But then after that, it just kind of turns into, here's the next big arc, but everyone else has their shit going on too. So I'm sure they're going to start off the season with the attack on Iman, which they're setting up literally seconds before the end here. So it's going to happen at the start of the next season. But the thing is, do we stay focused on the dragons, or is it like one dragon per season now? Like we have Grog with Craven Edge, we have Scanlan with his daughter, we have Vax and the Raven Queen, we have Keyleth's Armente, we have all the vestiges, which I forgot about those existing, all the legendary weapons and shit that they have to go gather up. We have Vasselheim, which I don't even know if they're going to deal with that, but I really hope they do, just because I'd love to see some other characters be introduced, like side characters like that. We have the return of Ripley. You know, there's so many like side things going on that I'm curious to see how they implement it, if they do implement it. I think there's a really good opportunity for them to expand the world like that by going to all these side places and sort of following the campaign more closely. Not more closely, because I'm pretty sure this was close enough to the campaign, but you know, following that campaign, or do we stick to the more, this is a television show, so let's just stay focused on the main plot we've set up. I really hope it's following more of the campaign, to be honest, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do have to streamline it more. I think that's all I got to say for real this time. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry this took so long to get out. Literally, the only reason I'm doing this right now is because I woke up like 3 hours earlier because my work kept calling me, and here I am. So, thanks for watching. Definitely gonna check out season 2 when it comes out. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Oh my god, I'm so tired. But like I said, I'm very excited. I really hope this show does get out to more people. I don't think I ever finish that conversation about how this show is written for fans, but it's also written for new people. I don't know if there's a good answer for that. Like, I don't know if I could definitively say it's written for either one, but I also don't know if it's better that it is written for one or the other. I think there's definitely moments in the show that are like for D&D people and for critters specifically. I mentioned in one episode the door scene. I mean, the doors sort of meta overall throughout the show, but specifically that door scene in Whitestone. I mentioned how that was such a dear moment to me, and I'm glad they put it in. But then, you know, there's stuff like the penultimate episode where it just felt so, not lazy, but it just felt like very, like, this is what's gonna happen, because of course it's gonna happen this way. And I wonder if that's just written for the new people, or if that's how it happened in the show. You know, do we lose out on quality by making it accessible, I guess. And I think there's a way to do both, to make it very good quality while also being accessible, but I just wonder if this is a case where it's failed to accomplish both. I mentioned before in another episode how I think there is some of the luster and the magic lost by it being scripted. I mean, obviously it has to be scripted, but some of the magic was that it was improv. Some of the magic is that it is on the spot, and you know, you don't know what to expect. Whereas here, you can kind of feel what's going to happen. And again, maybe I can't be objective about it because I do know some of the plot points. I do know some of the story beats. So even if I'm not remembering it fully, a part of me does subconsciously remember it, and that's why I'm feeling it's tropey, because I remember this own the thing it's drawing from happening. So maybe that's why I'm criticizing it, because it's following its own canon, in which case obviously shame on me. But yeah, those are just some thoughts. It's like, you know, there really isn't a way to make this improv, because the cast have lived through this. So even if they did want to reenact the live showness of it, and you know, the spontaneity of it, you can't, because you've already lived it. So how do you you can't, you know, you're gonna rehash it somehow. So there obviously has to be scripting involved. But again, it's just, I really hope the show, if anything, just introduces people to the concept of tabletop and RPGs and Critical Role specifically, because there is such great you know, I can't think of the words, but there's so much more from the show, the campaign itself, that I think people would love. And obviously that's a time hurdle and stuff, but you know, there's so many great moments you can't put into a 20-minute episode. So if you love, you know, and just like this, I'm talking words around myself again. I'm sorry. This is what happens when I'm tired. I just start talking and rambling. Anyways, thanks for watching. More stuff coming soon. Doom Patrol is coming back. I promise. Doom Patrol. I'm going to finish Umbrella Academy too. I have 2 episodes. I just need to get them done. I'm house hunting as well, so that's another reason why everything is wrong right now. But things are coming. Hope your guys are going well. This is going very tangential. I'm sorry. Thanks for watching. Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. I'll see you in the next show, whatever it is, whatever I return to. And if not, I'll see you in season 2. Bye.